Okay, ATF. So for those of you who don't know, the ATF has given 40 million gun owners 120 days to get rid of this. And you may be wondering what this is if you don't own a gun or if you didn't own this type of gun. That's what you would think, right? If they're banning something nowadays, it must be a gun, right? No, it's plastic and fucking Velcro.
Well, tonight, multiple Arkansas sheriff's offices are pushing back against a new gun policy from the ATF.
And this new federal rule says those who use an attachment called a brace stabilizer will now have to register their weapon with the government.
The debate surrounds this brace that you can add on to a firearm. Now the ATF is putting out new regulations saying if you add this onto a gun, you're going to have to register it with the government.
Gun control groups support it, but not everyone agrees with the policy.
A lot of, otherwise legal gun owners now felt that they could be arrested and potentially charged and convicted of a felony.
That's why Stone County Sheriff Brandon Long and the Cleburne County Sheriff's Office shared online this week that their offices would not assist the federal government in enforcing this policy.
My agency is not going to be housing citizens or making any arrests in reference to non-compliance of this act.
But is that legal? I asked law professor Robert Steinbeck with UA Little Rock.
Well, in fact, it's not their job to enforce a federal rule. They are involved in state law, and depending where, not even all of the state law.
Also, enforcing the new policy could actually go against Arkansas law that restricts federal regulation on firearms in the state.
Whether the part that applies to state employees is legal, I think it is. But there's an argument actually that you can't even prohibit that.
Unofficial federal estimates show between 3 and 40 million brace stabilizers will have to be registered within 120 days of this rule going into effect.
And the ATF is really hell-bent on having people get rid of these or register them, which is really stupid. We'll go over it in a second. But for those of you who don't know what to do if you own one of these, especially for the people who are really screwed, and it's not you and me, it's for the 85-year-old grandmother or grandfather out there who saw a good deal on a gun website, came with one of these. We're within our Second Amendment rights. In 120 days, they're going to be getting a knock on the door and they're going to become felons. So, what do you do with this? You can make your barrel longer. I don't know, ATF, how do we do that? Do they make Viagra for guns?
Oh, Brouch. Oh, my gosh. Look, I don't know who you're seeing, but whoever they are, they don't have what this guy's got. Down there, you know what I mean?
All right, Eddie.
Yeah, no, it's a very good one. I should know. I installed it.
Oh, you had a penile enlargement?
Yes.
People really do that. That is hilarious. See the 28 documentary.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you mean take the barrel that was in our gun, spend more money to have someone take out the other barrel and put in a new barrel. Who's going to pay for that? Are you guys sending out checks? Next up, you can remove the brace. Next, they give you the option to forfeit the entire firearm to an ATF office. This is the problem. The firearm's not a problem. Isn't that the weirdest concept known to mankind? What can this do? What can it do? It wouldn't even be a good paperweight. I mean, I guess you could take this off, and if you had a small enough waist, you could use the Velcro as a belt. Other than that, it's good for nothing. And then the last option is you can keep this, but you can register it. So, really good choices. But let me show you what they have a problem with here. This is what an AR pistol looks like without a brace on it. Looks pretty fucking stupid, huh? So what they're worried about is people shouldering this. Now, this is a regular buttstock. Watch ATF. Oh, it touched it. Oh no. So if I were to put this on, it would be considered a short-barreled rifle, which is also something that you have to register. It would be the same as if this thing was automatic. So truly what they're worried about is people shouldering these. Wait a second, can I still shoulder this? Oh my God. I can shoulder this. Or I can go here leverage, you know? Boom, 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 boom. So what happens to you if you don't obey this? You become a felon. Not because you shot somebody, not because you assaulted somebody, not because you used the gun in an unlawful way. And no, we're not talking about your stupid fucking rules at the ATF. We're talking about a morality issue, right? Like going into a store, hitting someone in the face with a buttstock, your gun, and taking all your shit type of deal. This is going to do absolutely nothing to help crime, I really don't know what the goal is with it other than to try to just disarm Americans. But it's really not working because someone would have to be extremely dumb not to just take it off and keep the firearm and instead give it to you or destroy it. What do you mean by destroy? I didn't really see a description on what you mean by that. So if I just like cut off a piece of the Velcro, does that mean destroy? Honestly, if you got one of these, you understand that there's really no advantage to it other than you can put it on a shorter platform. But I've said it once before and I'll say it again. These suck. When you use one of these and then you go to an actual buttstock, it's night and day. But this is all becoming extremely obvious what they're trying to do to America. It's not about keeping America safe. It's not even about regulating firearms. It's simply about trying to get gun owners to make a mistake. And it's pretty easy to nowadays because the ATF pulls something out of their ass every other day and they say, oh, we should make a rule on this. How about this for a rule? You work for us, so start acting like it. And if not, one day, the taxpayer is going to get so tired of this that we're just going to disband the ATF. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not even be in 10 years. But eventually, you guys are done.